Alright, we're in the losers bracket final. We have Haunted Mines as the starting map, and it is the Saboteurs against Team Ash. Another best of 5 series at the Meta Madness playoffs. Good stuff. This is gonna be fun. I mean, we are gonna get some awesome games here. Not only just talking about this series, but let's not forget that in the in the grand final, we already have the Akatsuki waiting. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty epic. I mean, all the games that we had in the playoffs were a blast. It was super fun, really enjoying it. The drafts were crazy. There's still a few heroes that haven't been played at all. Murky hasn't been played in the playoffs. We've seen him in the qualifiers though. Valera hasn't been played at all, not even once. And the last hero to not be played in the playoffs is Probius. Now, both Murky and Probius have at least been played in the qualifiers, but we haven't seen Valera at any point. Neither in the playoffs nor the qualifiers. There's always a chance that some team is busting out a Valera Abatha at some point, but hey, time will tell. We've had Nova, we've had the Butcher, we pretty much had everything at some point, at one point or another, but those three, at least talking playoffs, have not appeared yet. So, first pick Cassia. And we got Stukov and Varian for game number 1. Now, if you're wondering a little bit like, hey, what's happening here? Why is Haunted Mines all of a sudden being played? With every single best of 5 series in Meta Madness, we basically decided that in order to make things a bit more interesting on the first map, we're going to either use Blackheart's Bay, Haunted Mines, we've had Hanamura, Warhead, just a map to spice it up a bit. These maps are technically not really part of the map pool. They're only in on the first map. Because if you just put them in the map pool, the teams don't play them anyways. They don't really want to play them. They take basically the best of the worst, but those are not really competitive maps. They're also not part of the Storm League pool, so it's not part of the normal routine that they're playing, and some of them are not part of the Storm League pool, so you can't even practice on them. These are exclusively played here, more or less, in the tournament environment, so there's less practice for the teams, and that plays a bit of a factor as well, particularly when we're talking about a map like Haunted Mines. But yeah, there's quite a bit of fun with that. But either way, we now get Tyrael and we have Leoric, so this is still game number 1. We have the 22 heroes banned down here. We of course have still the rule that every hero can only be played once within a series, so as we are progressing from map 1 to 2 to 3 and so on and so forth, the pool is shrinking and the combos are getting a little bit more crazy while still keeping the competitive spirit alive. Teams are now playing for the prize money. $2,000 are on the line here. Again, fully financed by me this time for the tournament. We don't have like a big name sponsor. So with that, bit of an early Christmas present. It's December. We had an awesome year. And so we have another big Meta Madness around now. But yeah, the winner of the series is going to move on to the grand final to face off against the Akatsuki. And the loser still takes 3rd place. So we get Jaina for burst damage, and we get Sonya now on Haunted Mines. I mean, as far as sniper compositions go, this is about as good as it gets. Stukov Varian plus Jaina? Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Quick taunt, straight into your lurking arm, and then Jaina, of course, moving in with the burst. They got Kane on the other side, getting picked here for a little bit more control. Once that lower level gets opened up on the mines, it's going to get interesting there too. We have Thrall played by Rutsu, so again one of these triple front lines, and I would expect Team Ash to likely do the same. Then again, Falsight is also up, so you could also decide that you just want to have that Gust, that you want to have that Global. We'll see how Bishops plays it now, but traditionally Team Ash loves to play triple front lines, and I think picking Thrall also takes it away from him. And our final pick is Kerrigan. Oh yeah, get those stuns in. Let's go. Haunted Mines, everybody. Game number 1 in the losers bracket final between the Saboteurs and Team Ash.
Ready for combat, heroes.
Game number 1 in the series starts us off with Haunted Mines, and on the left the Saboteurs in blue with Azorps. On Leoric, Rutsu with Thrall going into the Trolling Thunder. We got Yasuo on Deckard Kane, Bad Benny on Tyrael, and Dino is playing Cassia in game number 1 of this best of 5 series. To the right side of the map, Team Ash, after they just came of a victory against the Enjoyers. We have them now with Bishops on Kerrigan, Morenas on Jaina, Renella with Stukov, Lopaka on Sonya, and Shizakid is playing Varian. Time to party! Okay. Haunted Mines. So once that the mines are getting opened up, teams have now recently gone very quickly into the lower level and then try to just take the golem as quickly as possible. Now there's no Sylvanas here that can help you to additionally push once that those golems are on lane, but with this now done, it's all about getting a bit of a lead here, getting that first blood in, and then once the objective is up, of course, the attempt to try and go get the early skull stacks so that it can pull ahead a bit on the golem power. But yeah, having them just dance around here a bit. For a second I thought that Benny might die and pull a bit of a Lauber. But now we get the stun against Thrall and Rutsu gets wrecked. So does Jaina though, so it's a kill for a kill. We have on each side one hero falling. And for a lot of people, it's actually a big surprise in the first place that the Saboteurs find themselves here in the losers bracket. They lost to the Akatsuki in the winner bracket. It was a massive upset too. The Akatsuki obviously super happy with the outcome here, and they are just waiting in the grand final. They got a chill time, they can prep, they can warm up, they can also scout out what everybody else is doing right now, so have a bit of a look here at what everybody is preferring in regards to their picks, maybe play style on certain maps as well, so they can prepare for the grand final. But the Saboteurs, you shouldn't count them out. They are a team that have now on multiple occasions in qualifiers, for example, made a loser bracket run happen and then won the tournament. Team Ash would love to just destroy those ambitions immediately by kicking them out of the tournament themselves and then moving on to the next match. But yeah, we'll see how this is going to work out. If anything, it's probably a bit shocking to note that the Raiders haven't even made it into the top 4, considering how well they performed in every single qualifier that they participated in. So we had some upsets. We had plenty of them, honestly. But here comes Varian with Taunt. They can start to make their play here. Dainu gets stunned and killed. Dainu is gone, Benny gets stunned as well, and that is another kill. They're getting Tyrael, so it's a double. And both final blows coming from Stukov, the man with the big arm, going for the slaps and just slapping them around here. Down to the bottom of the map, Leo at least holding on to experience, but of course now a small lead in XP for the red team. And they're even using that to get vision here, or at least try to. Hazobs is not willing to give it up. And since the rest of the red team isn't with Varian, there was just no real problem around it. So well, as is, here comes the move. We are seeing them with a couple of siege shines. They can now try and extend that lead in experience a bit further as they're moving up towards the top. Obviously a good start for Team Ash, and now that we have the first mines opened up and the first golem on the line, the blue team has immediately starting to invade the bottom of the map. Rutsu gets attacked a bit, has to fall back here, but no taunt yet. Sonya, a little bit caught. I mean, yeah, spin to win, baby, but that's not happening. Even if the reinforcements are now trying to save you, this is not going to be a thing. Kerrigan is... I mean, they gotta be really careful with this right now. Yes, Leoric is still up at the top and they see him, of course, on the minimap, but they have to be a bit cautious on how they're approaching this, because if not, then they're going to lose more. And that's definitely something that you would like to avoid. They're going for Renella now, and Stukov, not really known for an amazing amount of... Uh-oh, careful here. Not known for an amazing amount of escape tools. Saving the day, but yeah, we have 32 to 34 stacks, and it's actually dead even, basically. It is dead even. Didn't expect that. Now the boss is still up, ready to drop some skulls, and the Saboteurs are pushing for it. At the top, they're trying to go for Azu, but everybody is moving for the mines now, and that triggers an insta-retreat. 42 to 36. Yeah, Morenas for a moment thought that he could maybe get close enough to not only drop them off the mount, but also do some damage here. But now it seems to be a 5 versus 5, but Thrall isn't here yet. Where's Thrall? There he is. Bit late to the party. 51 to 49 stacks, but look at Dino getting killed again by Kerrigan. They go for Sonya though, and that's a counter kill. So it's a 4 versus 4, but the fight still continues. Harsov's in a little bit of trouble for a moment, and Leoric actually forces the Karrigan combo, is hitting hard. They're getting another kill. Thrall is gone, but so is Jaina. They're trying for Stukov. He's attempting to get away here, and Yasuo still alive with one potion after another on the ground. Renella trying to escape. Nobody following up on this just yet. The fight at the bottom of the mines is still continuing as they're going for Deckard Cain once more, but it's not happening. They can't get the additional kill, and instead everybody is just now focusing onto the lanes. Golem at the top already getting attacked here immediately, and down at the bottom we see a similar picture. Obviously by now Jaina is trying to... Oh, Dino, careful my friend. Dino? That's a kill? Nope. Shield from Tyrael saving the day. Alright. Okay, nicely done. I mean, with that, we're now having at the top the wall destroyed. We get 4 kills to 6. Bottom of the map, similar picture. Blue team coming in with the golem now too. So, I guess more or less an even trade. Doesn't really seem that anybody was able to pull ahead here. Obviously, the golems were identically... I mean, yes. Technically, there's definitely going to be someone there that's just like sitting there with his notepad. Like, nah, technically, there were like 2 skulls more for one team, not the other. But yeah, basically, they were dead even. Golems were evenly strong. Now we got 6 kills to 4 and even experience. So it's a good start into the best of 5 series. Really nice start. Already, Lopaka! Sonya gets caught again. Bad news. Yeah, Leo escaping at the top. It's a really nice back and forth though. Thrall is still struggling a bit to get his little 4 quest completed. I mean, we're on level 10. He has 3 stacks now. He got killed down in the mine, so he lost his stacks once more. So, top side, Jaina still moving around here. Going full green goblin on us with that little speeder that she has there. And here come the heroics. Heroic abilities. Deckard Cain's reading some books again and boring everyone to death. I get more book recommendations lately, and one of the authors that is just continuously being recommended to me is just Sanderson, and I fucking hate how overrated Sanderson is. It really tilts me. He's not even a bad author. I'm not even saying he's bad, but he is so insanely overhyped. It is absolutely mind-blowing. I have no idea how that happened. The man has a couple of decent books, but Jesus. Valkyrie is in, and here comes the Earthquake. They go for Benny and they take it down. Tyrael with the explosion, attempting to turn it on Karrigan, and Bishops gets killed. Bishops is down. There's the counter kill right there. 6 kills to 7, and off we go as the red team is looking for follow-up. Nice completion on the level 4 quest from Thrall as he connects the wolves. Jaina also done with the baseline, so ice blocks are now all of a sudden a thing as we have again Deckard Cain coming in with an ult, and they're trying for another move. Jaina in trouble, and she is dead. Jaina down, the mines are up, Stukov falls too, and the blue team is doing their thing. Ah, well. You might even get another one. It's the good old mineshaft game. But yeah, Sonya falls and Varian will also follow. It's just a matter of time. So he gets killed and now the lower levels are theirs. So with that, we get up at the top. At least the Sea Giant camp destroyed. The problem here is that the fort has already taken a significant amount of damage. The entire lower mines belong to the blue team. So no matter what happens, it's going to be a significant golden advantage for the Saboteurs. And if they're walking away with a massive one, then of course it's going to be an utter disaster, at least potentially. Saboteurs with now the kill lead, and they are doing fantastic also down here. Okay, nice. Entomb first, and then the Valkyrie, but they dodged out on it. The red team still trying to attack. The problem is the Golem is actually helping the blue team now as he's coming in. They're getting a few more stacks together. Seems like the Saboteurs are not willing to fight, so it's still going to be a decent advantage. 63 to 37. I just expected them to be a bit more aggressive about trying to fight here. Maybe now they're going to make a play there. Still believing in their teamfight abilities, I suppose, as they're making a move for Jaina. Jaina gets attacked by Leo. Swing to win, baby. There's the drain, and there's the kill. Jaina down, Stukov down. They can't defend if you kill them all. And that's what they do. They play, basically, that's the Pokemon strategy. Kill them all. So, all gone, with the exception of Varian. He's the only one that was able to run away. That's what Anduin taught him, by the way. Varian was never really good at this. He was always like charging into fights and, like, you know, battling heroically. But Anduin, he is such a crybaby and such a little whiner that, as we've seen, in every single fight, he's just running away. And he's really good at it because he's been training it for years. He has a lot of experience running away from fights. And he's been training Varian a couple of tricks. And that's how Varian was able to survive there, because he ran away. So yeah, shout out to Anduin here. Nice combo, good damage. Maybe a kill against Dino? Ah, not enough. They got oh, well, maybe, yeah. There comes Sonya. And they get the kills. Deckard, Kane, and Cassia all getting killed. Alright. Azor's also down, so that's 3 heroes eliminated. Thrall is still defending at the bottom of the map, and now with Tyrael also getting murdered. Yeah, he got so close to get the explosion kill and just couldn't. Oh, it would have been too perfect. So yeah, fort at the top lane is of course destroyed. The keep will take some damage. Rutsu defended down at the bottom of the map. And yeah, here we are. I mean, less damage than I expected, but then I also think they did not believe they would all die there the way that they did. It was actually pretty well done from Jaina in particular. She unleashed all of her burst damage and they nearly got an insta-kill right then and there, but it took a bit longer to drop all of them, so yeah. Either way, we got now 33,000 damage for Jaina, 31,000 for Cassia, and it's a really cool opening into this best of 5 series here. I mean, a lot of back and forth fights. We are 25 kills already. Guys, we're only 11 minutes into this game and we already have 25 kills. They're really going all out, particularly when it comes to the fights around the lower levels, when everybody's going for skulls. They're just going all out on these battles and doing a stellar job. Still a few rotations around the mines here as they're trying to remain unseen. And at the top, goodbye pumpkins. Those are gone as well. Yeah, pumpkins, Halloween, Christmas time. Gingerbread is amazing, by the way. Just saying. Like nice gingerbread, particularly like the German variation. Whew. So damn good. So damn good. A little bit of a random thought maybe, but honestly, now, that's the one cool thing with all of the supermarkets right now. Most of them carry a lot of international stuff, and at least here in Spain, they also have the typical German gingerbread. I mean, obviously, you know, like the generic stuff that you get in supermarkets, so not really like the super awesome variation, but still more than good enough, and brilliant. Love it. That's the best part about Christmas. Spain sucks with Christmas. Like, honestly, it's too warm here. Then the Christmas, they really are not doing a great job. There's no amazing Christmas markets or anything. Maybe if you go to Madrid, there's something there. But they still have gingerbread and yummy. We need gingerbread in Azebo right now. Just saying. I feel we got sidetracked slightly. So, back to business. Back to the Nexus. Back to Leoric and Hazuabs at the bottom of the map. So, time for a couple more of those skulls. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yeah, blue team is already pulling ahead here. This is a cool thing when you're having a few heroes that have nice wave clear. You just come in, take one of these waves down, and pull ahead. And just look at this. They have 48 stacks already. And they're getting another one of the smaller camps over on the left side. So no matter what happens, they are having the lead on this. Whoa! The leap, the stun, the kill attempt, and then Sanctification to ruin the day as they're again trying to make a play here, and Carrigan gets murdered. Carrigan down, Jaina with the ice block, but Morenas gets still killed, and the rest of the team is all of a sudden getting chases. They're making a move for Renella, and they take him down too. Initially, Tyrael with the 13, cutting his path of retreat off. Then he gets locked down by Deckard Cain, the old man, hitting them with a stick. And that is that. So, good stuff. 17 kills to 11 now, and boy, oh boy, is that gonna be a murderer's golem. That boss is dropping skulls. We are 90 to 10. So, yeah, that bad boy is gonna hurt, and it's gonna hurt a lot. We are now 14 minutes in, so these things are starting to scale a little bit. They're also potentially coming through the entrance right here, and Varian is immediately running away. That's what Anduin taught him. Like, you see an opponent, Daddy, listen. Daddy, I need you to listen to me. When you see an opponent, you run. You go for the French defense, and you just run. Run far, run fast. It's going against Varian's nature a little bit, but you know, like, he's learning from the kids. So, but okay, we have level 16 talents on both sides. Massive golem now coming in. Leo at the top should probably join the fight and is already starting to make his way over. Again, they're not only going for the fort here, obviously. If you have a golem that is this big, you really want to go for the keep. You want to do a bit more there. So we have them already trying to flank in. Entomb could be used and trap that water elemental like a boss. And Kerrigan, to be fair, on the other side. So they're going for bishops. And instead, it is Tyrael and Thrall that are falling. They get 1 counter kill, they get 2. Kerrigan is dead, and so is Sonya. They're also dropping Jaina. Leo is activating his trait in the process as they're now going through the fort like hot butter through cheese and making their way over towards the keep, at least towards the gate. Top side has already been defeated. That did absolutely nothing. Here's a little bit of a slapperoonie. Deckard Cain gets slapped around, but it is Stukov that falls, and that leaves only Varian. Varian, the sole survivor, and boy, oh boy, is that bottom keep now going to suffer. They should be able to take it down, honestly. They're going to have Leo back in a moment. He can help them with some additional wave clear. Dino is already going for it. And yeah, Azorp's back to business. Kerrigan says hello once again, but I think it's already too late to muster a defense here. So the Saboteurs, they are looking strong. Looking very good here. Another clap and goodbye. Attempt to go for Leo, but he's just ghosting away. And Bishops actually gets caught by the stun and the root and get nearly dropped here. For a moment it really looked like the Winions might be able to take him down, which is not quite what happened, but yeah, it was close. Now, as you can see, we have level 20 just around the corner for them. So once they have level 20, that's a little bit mean. They're setting up a trap down here at the bottom of the map, and look at Dino. Dino's been drinking energy drinks the entire day. Look how jittery he is. Dino's just like, he's like, hey, me from over the edge. He's just like, I need to kill something, I need to kill something, I need to kill something. When are we going to fight? When are we going to fight? Do we have to wait longer? Do we have to wait longer? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Let's go! And well, let's go, they do. But Leo dies, and here we go. We got a kill on Cassia, so Dino was really eager to die, and die he did. And now they're losing also. They got Cain. They at least get Varian. We have 40 kills, by the way. 40 kills, and the blue team got completely murdered. 5-man team wipe. Nice. That is a big chance for Team Ash to bring it back all of a sudden. It's kind of crazy. So maybe now a chance? There's a chance to go for the keep. Leo will be back. I think they're going to try and go for core here, because if they're sacrificing now the keep at the top lane for this, then the idea has to go for core. They got some time. That was a murderous entomb by Leo. That was big. Huge entomb by Hazo. That wasted a lot of time. The question is, did it waste it? They can't end. So yeah, they took the keep out, that's great, but I think they're still going to lose their topside keep, aren't they? At least it's going to be mega low. Again, the catapult griefing in the back. That thing needs to be fired. License withdrawn, clearly drunk on the job. If that catapult would have done its job, this keep would have been gone. But nope, the catapult is just sitting there like, oh, I don't know what to do. But yeah, they're letting it go anyways. Nobody's moving back, so the topside keep will fall. Jaina is back, but way too late. Sorry to say. So, yeah, keeps all destroyed. Now they're down in the mines already. And, well, here we go. With that, they're starting to make their move for the skulls. And those siege giants have continued to the core, so that shield is soon going to be lost. There's the Entomb, Earthquake, the Earthen Shield is out, and they go for Varian. Charging in, it's the old man that gets killed. So does Cassia and Varian. It's a 2-for-1 trade. They're going for the 3-for-1. But Kerrigan, can she survive? Bishops! He makes it. Bishops actually survives. The core is losing hit points in the meantime, by the way. The catapult is on it. Leo is not going for some extra damage here. Hazu being afraid here. But it seems like the red team has decided that even without a variant, they're just going to go for a game. They're just going to go over to the core and try and take it on. And Team Ash, ladies and gentlemen, is likely going to claim victory on this one. By the way, Tyrael has never taken his level 20. Tyrael has never gone for his level 20 talent throughout this entire game. They go for Hazu, they take him down. I honestly don't even know why they wasted any time with him. They should have just like made a move immediately for the core, but no matter how they are playing it, they're going to win game number 1. Team Ash is taking the lead. Big comeback. Nearly 50 kills in this game. And we have a lead for the red team as Team Ash takes Haunted Mines. GG. Well played. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Well, I guess we're going to Tomb of the Spider Queen with an advantage for Team Ash. Now, I gotta admit, I didn't think that Team Ash would be the team to pull ahead here. So, this is basically... Again, we've casted tons and tons of games of these guys, right? We've casted a lot of games of the Saboteurs, of Team Ash, and the two have faced off against each other a lot. Normally how this goes, you come in with a certain preconception whenever it comes to that. So while you're obviously taking every map at a time, and on its own, you still have in the back of your head roughly how you expect the series to go. And normally when you're looking at the Saboteurs and Team Ash, what happens most of the time is the Saboteurs pull ahead a little bit, Team Ash adjusts and adjusts their playstyle, is able to win a map, and then it's a question of, okay, can they now pull through and maybe win several in a row and take the lead and win the series or not? But I personally really looked at this and I was like, okay, Saboteurs, Haunted Mines, they look good here in the early game, this is going according to their plan. I expected them to pull it off. They didn't, which makes this even better for us, because now Team Ash has the, I want to say favorites. I don't want to say on the ropes, but they have him at least on the back foot. So here's an opportunity to pull ahead a bit further. Now this is game number 2, which means that the 10 heroes that we saw on the first map cannot be played again. So in total, with the 22 pre-bans, we now have 32 heroes that are unavailable for this map, which should make this fairly good. As a map, Tomb of the Spider Queen is obviously also going to be quite interesting because wave clear usually reigns supreme here. I would still expect that we're, for example, going to see Rexa. And honestly, I personally would love it if Tomb of the Spider Queen, at least in the grand final, would be played as one of the later maps. Let's say map number 4. Because I think that you can go for a lot of crazy odd picks on this map once that the hero pool is whittled down a bit more and make it super exciting. But as there are still a lot of meta heroes available, or heroes that are at least more mainstream, I think it's not going to get too crazy. Leaving Sylvanas up, again, she lost 2 maps now. Sylvanas has lost 2 maps in the playoffs. Everything else she won. I believe she played in total 8 games were played, and 6 out of those they were able to win. So they give Sylvanas up, they ban Zarya instead. Rutsu is obviously a total beast on Zarya, and people know that. He is targeted with this ban specifically. And, well, now a question of what else. We got Stitches, and we got the Haka. Hook into a follow-up with the Tongue. I have my eyes a little bit on the Zebo, potentially, as a pick. But it's a bit early. Could be a hero that gets played here, though, because it's just so damn easy to get your Viral Infection stacks. If you then survive until level 20, he's becoming a total monster, an absolute monster. Mei, also really good frontliner with a fantastic track record in the playoffs, and he has Rexa. That was a given, I suppose. Hazu likes to play Rexa, he's really good at it, he's known for that as well. And I could have seen a ban. I would have expected a Rexa ban on the 3rd position if they didn't pick it right now. So, yeah. But this is obviously all playing out in the context of 32 heroes being unavailable. So when it comes to raw damage, we are still considering a few of the mages. You are, of course, looking at a potential Gul'dan pick here. Kel'Thas could be another choice, particularly for Team Ash, because they are the ones with Stitches. So you want to have a follow-up on Stitches' hook, and Gravity Labs can give you that. Ideally, you want to have it from a support too. Uther could get banned, for example. You still have Tyrande around, so any hero with a stun would be nice. and then a potential Kalthas pick for Gravity Labs if they want to add more to this. But they go for the birdie. Yeah, Bishops plays a lot. I mean, he's likely going to play Stitches here, but he can also play Falstad easily for the team. And if you're trying to go for Hook Gorge and then an isolation play, then Falstad is still one of the main ones to go for, because he can simply gust the target, then, oh sorry, the rest of the opponent's team out. Medivh has been pre-banned, so there's no way, you know, to just set that portal up, get that shield going. So, yeah. But with the double pick, a lot is going to be revealed here. Here comes Kalthas and there's Uther. So both of the picks that I just predicted are happening. We have a lot of stuns. The CC chain is great. And they can, on top of that, get also AoE damage out with Kalthas himself. That leaves us with a final pick for the red team, where they will have to add more damage. But this is already a well-rounded lineup for them. And the bigger question is just now, what are the Saboteurs going to do in order to react to this? And, well, gonna find out now. Rutsu, we get Tyrande, and there is Nazebo. Alright, so we get our Witch Doctor. Not from the team that I expected. I thought that if a team picks him, it's gonna be Team Ash, but I like that a lot. So we have Rutsu trying to go for Viral Infection with them. And we have Tyrande as the follow-up on a Misha stun or some slows from Mei. And our final pick for game number 2 is for the red team. It is Samuro. Alright guys, let's go. Tomb of the Spider Queen, second map between the Saboteurs and Team Ash. Game number 2, Rutsu on a Zebo for the blue team. Hazobs on Rexa, Dino on Sylvanas. We get Yasuo on Tyrande, and Bad Benny on Mei. To the right side of the map, Team Ash, ladies and gentlemen, playing with Renella on Uther. We get Murenas on Kalthas, Shizakit on Dehaka, Lopaka is playing Samuro, and Bishops is playing Stitches. He had some insane Stitches games. I believe it was in the qualifiers, or was it already in the playoffs? I'm not 100% certain. But he had some games where he basically hit every single hook. It was honestly amazing to watch. So now we get on level 1, the Thing of the Deep. That was... Do you remember when this talent was absolutely busted? It was one of the funniest things. Blizzard brought a patch out. I think this was also the patch where they introduced it. And you got, I believe, 30% additional spell power. It was 30 or 20%. Something absolutely ridiculous. It was honestly crazy. And all of the apologists, like everybody with a brain cell, was just like saying immediately, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This is insanely broken. This is ridiculous. About as ridiculous as that hook and kill here. And yeah, it needs to be nerfed. And then you had all of the specialists. I mean, when we still had that category, there were a lot of special people out there that were majoring in specialists, and they were like, nah, this is totally actually, this is really what he needs, and it's not overpowered at all. I think it took them like 3 days to finally balance it and nerf that talent with a hammer quickly, because it was just so unbelievably busted. So yeah, Sylvanas is hooked and killed, once again underlining how well Bishops is doing with these hooks. And damn, Dino! Wow! Dino dies again. He just came back. Veni, Vidi, BG. He came, he saw, and he died a painful death. So, yeah, goodbye Dino. Apparently he's trying to set a record. He wants to go for the double-digit deaths. By the way, what you saw from Bishops there, that was a zoning hook. So that is just like trying to drive the opponent to a certain position on lane. And sometimes he misses one on purpose just to make us mere mortals feel better. But it's a great start for Team Ash. It never really... I mean, I gotta admit, this is the Saboteurs, right? This is Benny playing, Hazob's playing, this is like Dino, Yasu. These are all... Well, this owl is still spasming out over there. But it never really occurred to me that they might go 0-2 here. It's like one of those teams that you always expect to pull through in the end and do well. So they are losing some ground very early on in this one. And I really want to see what can be done here. Quick stun, Gravity Labs. Jesus, Benny is able to get out. But he is very close on this one. These hooks and follow-ups are threatening the blue team every time they come online. And in the meantime, we get the Way of the Wind and One with the Wind for Samuro. We get the Energy Royal. Uther gets stunned. Alright, there's a chance to go for a counter kill, and Uther goes down. Uther gets eliminated. Well played. Not all of the gems are being picked up, by the way, so yeah, they were inting on those a little bit. We haven't seen a single gem turned in yet. Both teams have roughly 40. And look how quickly Rutsu is stacking. This is the real threat here. Rutsu just like stacking and doing his thing. Gravity Lapse nicely dodged. Hazu is still in trouble. Dehaka. Hazu. Juke Master 2000. Nice. He juked everything. Well played. Insane he was able to live here. Good job also from Tyrande keeping him alive. But yep, that was big. Teams are still trying to turn in. No, that is the insta-kill on Tyrande. Doesn't stand a chance. The hook connects, the follow-up is there, and they get crushed. Now still an attempt to turn in the gems that they're holding, but both teams are essentially doing this right now. Benny gets sniffed out over here. Level 7 is in play. 3 kills to 1. Lots and lots of stacks for Nazeebo. So if he gets to level 20, he should be ready for the Violent Infection and do his thing. But yep, there we go. The good news is that Dino didn't die in the last minute or so. So apparently he has started to use his second hand. One hand on the keyboard now, guys. So yeah, it's gonna get better from here on out. And the blue web weavers are descending. So yep, it is the Saboteurs that are grabbing objective number 1 and get their spiders. 66 stacks all ready for Nazeebo. Big Voodoo, and again the thing of the deep. So he's going to get some additional spell power here soon, TM. But already we're going to get him with some real nice value. And he is just roaming those lanes in order to take one minion wave out after another. So great job by him. We have 3 kills to 1 overall. And now it's time to see if they can take some of the structures out. Dehaka is defending down at the bottom of the map. In the middle, fight is still raging on a little bit. Benny is also starting to... Oh, nice. Zombie wall. Good trap. Nice trap. Morenas gets murdered. And they're getting the stun from Tyrande too, as Bishops is moving in. Maybe can even go for a hook here, but doesn't find a proper angle and target. So now it's the blue team that pulled ahead in experience. And down at the bottom of the map, Dainu! Not again! Really? I mean, Samuro dies as well, and that's some gems lost, but Sylvanas has now died for the 3rd time. So 4 of the 3 deaths on the side of the blue team are from Dainu. He's getting absolutely crushed there. So, with this, we have down at the bot lane a fort destroyed, and this is amazing for an first objective. This is a super early objective that we just got, and they were able to get a fort with it and have nearly level 10 now. That's fantastic for the Saboteurs. That is great. Maybe they are able to take a few heroes down on the other side when they have rogue abilities, but the gap is honestly very, very small. It's a tiny advantage that they're holding here. But we have seen those windows of opportunity used in the past with success. For example, if Shizakid gets killed with the 34 gems that he's holding, that would be an utter disaster for Team Ash. But they're now hoping for a turn-in of their own. And we have Samuro with a bit more wave clear thanks to the Blade Storm. We're also getting Gorge, and Gorge gets used immediately, but so does the wall of zombies. Nice! Stitches is being trapped. Divine Shield helps him, but an Ice Wall from me. Nice, really good, and there it is. The double kill. Easy double kill for the Saboteurs. Nicely done. First it was Benny setting the Ice Wall up. Then we got the Wailing Arrow afterwards. Shizakid now with 50 gems. He has the solo turn-in right here for the team. But that little play was fantastic for them. I mean, just look how awesome that all lined up for them. So, yep, Sylvanas coming in. They're getting the kill. Dehaka is now starting to help out. Bishops at the top is in trouble. The 2 of them are holding 71 gems. They get a kill on Misha, but that's not going to be enough. They're saving the fort at least, so, well, it seems like they will. And Samura is doing his thing down at the bottom of the map. So Dainu is again someone that they are consistently attacking and threatening here. And Lopaka has done a great job dealing with the bot lane. So he's doing a lot of damage there, forcing also Dainu to cancel the Hearth again. Nazeebo gets caught in the meantime up at the top and killed, but good job by Samuro bot side. And here comes the turn-in finally for the red team. So Team Ash is now trying to draw even with the opponent. It's 5 kills to 5. Dainu with a spray as he just pieces out. But that means that he leaves the rest of the team alone. Dainu, you traitor! We were hoping you would help us. But Yasuo still gets away. The problem is that with now Tyrande being this low and Zebo just coming back, those web weavers are spawning straight in front of those forts and should be able to do a ton of damage. Particularly the bottom one will get destroyed. There's no way of holding that. As Dino gets attacked again at the top, but this time he dodges out on the tongue at least. Bot side though is destroyed. Fight over here starting to focus a little bit with another hook and gorge, and Urutsu gets attacked. Nezebo at 100 stacks, and another hook comes through, but they just cannot get the kill. They were able to keep him busy for a while though, and Samuro hasn't even joined the fight or anything. Samuro has just said, you know what guys, after the fort is gone, I'm just gonna push this for the keep, and he's doing it. That gate is gone. Now he's just waiting for the rest of the team over here as Rutsu is moving in to try and help out at the bot lane. Lopaka might have overdone it a bit, but gets the Divine Shield. And just in time too, because that Wailing Arrow could have become a problem for him. But level 13 talent now available on both sides. That gives us Shukuchi. And, well, we're getting the Quickening Blessing for Tyrande. She's focusing on that. Blue Web Weavers again being turned in. Ah, they want the kill. Oh, they get it! They get it too! They get one kill and they get a second one. Samuro gets killed as well. But still, this is a 2-for-1 trade. Now the Haka is coming in. Nice Gorge on Dino. Dino might be in trouble. Yep, there's some damage. Morenas, careful. They go for Dino. And he's dead. Dino is getting murdered in this game. Like, what the hell is happening? And another hook. Bishops, calm the fuck down, dude. Like, what the hell? Good ice block, but not good enough. Bye-bye, Rutsu. That's 9 kills to 6. And just look at Dino. He died 4 times here. Earlier, barely made it out of the fight. Or that would be 5 already. But it is just nasty. Bishops is throwing hooks out like it's candy. So, yeah, this is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Like, this is the easiest defense of their life. Simply because he was able to do so much work here with those hooks that netted them 3 kills towards the end. Shiza Kid still has to be a bit careful here with the 20 gems that he's holding. So he needs to be cautious. But there's enough gems for the red team to get a turn in themselves now once they defeated this. They have 61 that they're currently holding. Easy. And of course they had an experience too, which might result in a level 16 talent advantage, even if it's just a small one. So yeah, Opaka already in. Uh-oh, goodbye. He's not gonna make it. He's doing a great job surviving, longer than I thought, but obviously there was an expiration date on this escape. 125 stacks for Nezebo. His stacking progress has definitely slowed down a little bit. They go for Misha, cannot get the kill. Now the Haka gets attacked, but they should still respect the fact that there are 5 on the map for the Saboteurs and only 4 for them. So yeah, just poking this out a bit makes a whole lot of sense, but they gotta wait for Zamuro. 2 forts destroyed against 1. Looking at the damage numbers, we have 36,000 by now from Kelthas. He's top damage in the game. By quite the margin too. Sylvanas is the 2nd highest and is at 27,000 with Nezebo sitting on 26k. So here's level 16. They still hold the gems for a turn-in. Should try and get that done. Particularly now that both teams have level 16 and Dino is running already into Samuro again. Yeah, and he's getting hit hard, gets chunked down to 50%. The heal from Tyrande. We got the zombie rush in. Gorge is out. They're making a play for Benny. Cannot get the kill. Rexa is also in trouble. Gets actually safeguarded by the Zebu for just a second, but he's still in real danger here. Is trying to escape with the rest of the team, but damn, this fight is really starting to turn. Once again a hook, this time hitting Misha. They're trying to make a move for Bad Benny. Morenas is in. That's 32 gems on the Haka, and they are gone. That's the problem if you don't turn your bloody gems in. Hazu was guarding them as they were expiring, and now they lost way too much. It's another hook from our Stitches God Bishops, but the follow-up wasn't there. Nobody believed in him. His team was just sitting there and they were like, no way you're going to hit that hook. No way you're going to be able to hit them. He's like, it's not a problem. I get hookies easy. You just throw out, you hit target, and then you kill it. But you guys gotta help. I can't do it all on my own. and they just didn't do it. So yeah. Bishops is totally unimpressed. He's just like saying, it's another hook, I hit target, you kill target. But nobody kills the target for him. Kill the target, he's hooking them. What else do you want him to do? My man is murdering them, one hook at a time, and you just don't follow up. Now there's a boss for the Saboteurs. I mean, come on, get your act together. You gotta support Bishops a little bit. He's the hook monster. He's an absolute hook monster. So, Bishops right now is coming in with damage as well. Gets ice blocked. They know he's the biggest threat, but there's a boss at the top. The fort in the middle gets destroyed. Bishops needs the help. Where's the Divine Shield when you need it? Another hook and another gorge. I hit hook, I kill target. You see, I hit hook every time. I hit hook, kill Dino. Dino is dead, and Bishops is just trying to go 1v5 right now. I mean, honestly, he's just crushing it. The rest of the team, they are just... I mean, yeah. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. He missed that on purpose. He wants the rest of us to feel better. Again, us mere mortals. If he... Honestly, if he hits every single hook, it just makes us feel bad. So not only is he an amazing Stitches player, he's also a good person. Just for sitting there and making us feel better every now and then. 11-8. That was a little bit too much vodka, Bishops. I'm not quite sure what you expected to be there. But yeah. Now we got 158 stacks for Nazeebo. Just saying, he's not stacking as quickly as I thought he would. He was insane at the beginning, but Rutsu has obviously been involved in a lot of fights. And yeah, he was kind of nasty. Not really a lot that Nazeebo could do here. I love how Bishops is just checking bushes now. 32 stacks for Khaldor, level 19. And of course, now we have a chance to go for a few more forts. They lost all of the outer structures already, so they really have to catch up. If they're not catching up here, then it's going to be a disaster for them. Misha is trying to block some hooks, as it seems. Gravity Lapse, and Gary the Gargantuan is blocking a hook that would have for sure resulted in the death of the target. But the web viewers are defeated. Now they go for me. And Benny is alive. Sylvanas with a Wailing Arrow. Bot lane keep is in real trouble, by the way. Yeah, ice. Oh my god, that ice wall. Holy shit. Fantastic job by... this. I've seen this already. This is a deja vu moment. Fantastic job there by Benny. The bottom keep, though, different story. They didn't take the fort in the middle. They didn't take the fort at the top. Now Lopaka might even die. Yep, they're keeping an eye on everything here. So he's just rushing around, trying to see if he can escape here eventually. So far, it's not really happening for them. Lopaka! Holy shit!
Hail to the king, baby.
Bishops, you mad lad, you! I throw hook out, I save TP people. I throw hook, I kill target. I throw hook, I save is easy. You save me, and I kill. We win. Easy! Bishops, you monster! What a man! So they killed the keep, they're saving Samuro, and then he just continues to int down at the bottom of the map. Now they're losing the Haka. I mean, honestly, this is Bishops and 4 handicaps that we're talking about right now. Boys, come on, Team Ash, step it up a little bit. You got the camp, but at what cost? You lost too much, and now the Vile Infection is here. 45,000 damage for Nazeebo. Now they got Vile Infection. There's a hook and the stun. Once again, it is a play with the Ice Wall. Yep, there's the Wailing Arrow. I have no idea why they're feeding into this. I have no clue what they're doing right now. Why do you fight with a 5 versus 3? Why? Why? Divine Shield is in. I guess they can at least save Bishops here. But why? They know that Bishops is the... I mean, yeah, he is the biggest threat. So now I think they're gonna lose the game. But I have no idea why they're fighting these battles. Some of them are just absolutely unnecessary. They can now easily go in for this. There's Uther trying to dodge out on Misha's stun. Uther on the run. Ah, he's been talking to Anduin too. Look at that. That form. That doesn't come from nowhere. That is practice. That is taught. And who knows more about running away than Anduin? Nobody. I have a gift, by the way. I can flame Anduin even when he's not in the game. And I can make it just so seamless. It's incredible. You didn't even notice that Andrin wasn't here. You're just like, yeah, that makes sense. So they get away with Lopaka. It's amazing to me that they haven't lost the game yet, but they lost the keep at the bot lane, and that's already bad enough as is. So 67,000 damage from Kel'Thas. We got 60,000 from Nazeebo. So Nazeebo spiked his damage by 15,000 since we checked last time about a minute ago. And now they have Web Weavers too. Honestly, Ashe was ahead. Ashe was ahead, and now they are struggling. Yeah. Sometimes their aggression pays off extremely well, and sometimes it just backfires, and that is one of the latter examples. They were struggling way too hard as they started to feed in. Yeah, Samuro swaps in, out, gets nearly killed there as he gets caught by Misha. Dehaka's defending down at the bottom of the map as best as he can. There's a double catapult here too, so this Web Weaver is not going to do jack shit. Up at the top, on the other hand, yeah, Murenas is doing a good job here as well. But they got to save everyone else, Bishops in particular. No. His arm was in there. No, that doesn't count. No. Gets a Divine Shield as he should, but Stitches, he needs a diet. Everybody else would have gone away here. Stitches is just a little bit too chubby. He has big bones, and the big bones were sticking out a little bit. He was dodging that wall. I saw it, you saw it, we all saw it. That was not fair. But it is another keep that was just destroyed, and the Saboteurs are on the warpath. They're coming in, they're trying to end the game right here, right now. They have eliminated the biggest threat, which is Stitches. Now Dehaka is dead too. Lopaka is trying to defend this, but it is, of course, Nazeebo that is just crushing it. Now it's 70,000 damage. They go for Benny and take him on, but Kel'Thas is also dead. And, well, that is gonna be game. Lopaka, he's trying to delay them a bit, but obviously there's no saving this any longer. The series is tied as the Saboteurs take the victory on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Easy peasy. Samuro in the late game is strong, but guess who's stronger? It is Nazeebo. Nazeebo taking it. 32 kills and a tie in the series as the Saboteurs lock in the W on Tomb. Game number 3. Series is tied. That's how I like it. That makes at least 4 maps that we're getting out of the series. Me gusta. So, Cursed Hollow is our 3rd map. And yeah, that means that we have 42 heroes that are banned out right now. So, good stuff. I like it. Yeah, that should be awesome. And Cursed Hollow is a really good map for it too. I mean, we still have a couple of globals available. I believe that Falstad has not been played yet. He's been banned in one of the previous games, but yeah, not more than that. And right now we also have the Vikings banned, and well, let's see what else they're gonna get rid of here. I am definitely excited for the rest of the series, because I already love the fact that we're at least gonna get 4 maps, maybe we're even gonna get 5. But it's been very, very close, both maps. And I gotta say, the Saboteurs, I think they got a little bit lucky that Ashe overstepped multiple times in the late game, and there were staggered deaths and other problems that they have had to face off against. So yeah, it would be pretty cool if we're gonna get, you know, like a 5th map or something. It's really weird, because on the one hand, you know, you're looking at the plays that Team Ashe makes sometimes in the late game, and like, oh my god, how can they make mistakes like this? And then you see them in the early and the mid game when they're forcing fights that normally a sane team wouldn't force, but they're winning them and they're doing exceptionally well. And it's one of their trademark skills to get back into a game or to get a lead. And everybody's like, oh my god, I love what they're doing. But people only love what they're doing when they're winning the fight and not when they're losing it. I have to admit, though, that sometimes they are just exaggerating the plays. If you are with 3 heroes on the map, forcing a fight against 5 might not be the best idea. So, yeah. But okay, we get Abathar as an early pick. Illidan is up. Tyrael, no, Tyrael was played in game number 1, so Tyrael is actually not available anymore. But you could go Illidan here. You could go Butcher. Just saying. Just a thought. They could go Valera. We could finally see a Valera. Or Murky. Abathar Murky is feared throughout the Nexus. They got Greymane and Mal'Ganis. But there's an opportunity. Saboteurs, you can get one of the 3 heroes that hasn't been played yet in the playoffs. We want them all. To be honest, I think like from all the heroes that we talked about, Valera is by far the worst. I think Valera is shit. Shrimpy would disagree with me. But yeah, Valera maybe with Abathur. Maybe. Oh, Fat Illidan. Yeah, he's always an alternative. If you don't go for Illidan, you can always go for Fat Illidan. So Chen is ready for the symbiote, ready for the copy. Barrel him up, and we have Arthas. Very likely again with Syndergosa. That was so far the go-to talent on level 10. I believe there was only 1, maybe 2 games where we've seen the Army of the Dead. And it unfortunately also makes Murky an highly unlikely pick, but I would have loved something along those lines, but they're just going Abathur Murky. Phoenix gets banned. And what exactly? I guess they're going to get rid of Falstad here. Falstad would probably be a decent ban. I mean, first and foremost, you don't want him to snack up the worm. And second, Gust around the boss fight, always great. So unless they're trying to pick Falstad, they should probably ban that out. Yeah. There it is. Falstad gets banned. That was a given, I think. But how does the red team now react? What is Bishop's taking, for example? Bambi is also still up. I think we have Bambi still in the game. Yep. Hasn't been picked yet. So one of the teams could go full Bambi on this one. Karazim, Zeratul. Damn, they're going for a very aggressive one all of a sudden. Now, taking Karazim also, of course, means that there's no Karazim available for the Saboteurs, which is good because Karazim with the symbiote is insanely annoying. I mean, pretty much everything that they have over here is very annoying. So, double pick for the blue team. Who's taking the lead here? Again, this is the loser bracket final. Whoever loses this is not only out of the tournament, but also takes 3rd place, which is good. But you want to go up against the Akatsuki. You want to go up against them in the grand final. Artanis for Dainu. They go full melee on this one. White main Artanis. All melee plus Abathur. Alright. What do we get for the last pick against the full melee lineup right now? I mean, Malthael is still up, but do you really want to take him here? Can they go Bambi and keep her alive? They go Malthael. Alright. Malthael it is. Guys, we're going to Cursed Hollow. And it's a wild draft for the 2 teams. Very melee-heavy combo that they're playing now. Which is also going to make Game 4 even more interesting. But let's not waste any more time. So without further ado, Cursed Hollow. Game number 3, it is party time, everybody. Rutsu on Abathur as the Saboteurs go up against Team Ash again here on Cursed Hollow. Hazops with Fat Illidan, Yazu with White Mane, Bad Benny is playing Arthas and is heading into a trade build. Frostmourne Angus with the Eternal Hunger. We got Dino Natanis, Renella for Team Ash on the other hand is playing Karazim, Shizakir on Morganis, Bishops on Zeratul. We got Morenas on Greymane and Lopaka on Malthael. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Who's taking it here? Who's going to be able to win game number 3 and take the lead in this best of 5 series again? Benny with an absolute epic and unique mount. It is so epic and rare and unique and oh my god, I want one too. Ah, incredible. So yeah. Howling Blast is already out. A little bit of a brawl happening here in the middle as they're starting to focus on Arthur, slowing everyone down, walking Shizaki to an early grave as it seems. And yep, maybe not. Killed by the Frozen Tempest. Alright, so yep, he's gone. Goodbye. Melganis is dead. And all of this happening, of course, while you still have Rutsu on Abathur here. And a couple of additional stacks coming in for Bad Benny, who's obviously working through the trade. He's getting the 3rd. You want to get that mana management, that extra damage. Abathur's trying to help out. And Renella is getting aggressive against the White Mane. Comes in and punches her out just a little bit. Already, Dino on the camp. Gets even a bit of a heal here. And Dino on level 1 has gone into the reactive parry, so we're not going into any stacking shenanigans like we've seen a couple of times now on Battlefield of Eternity, where you of course have a lot more brawl opportunities than you do on most other maps. The top side, though, they are starting to go for the Panda. Starting to line this up against Chen. And down at the bottom, we have Bishop, pretty much alone on lane. She can just cleave through this, get himself a couple of globes as the camp clear is happening again on the left side. But this time, Renella is saying hello real quickly and is already hinting that the team might be interested to invade this. So the blue team is falling off, at least for now. And look at that! We get the Icy Talons on level 4. Okay, so Benny is actually going into more of a bruiser style because they got so many melee heroes and they have the Abathur support. He is going to try and get more damage out. Oftentimes when you see this, Rune Tap is picked as the level 7 talent, so we'll see if they're going to do that. Renella, barely surviving, but Shizakid, is he also going to be able to get out? Yes, he is. So, interesting. Arthur's against Greymane, that is really good. I mean, Frozen Tempest is obviously very nice when you're going up against melee heroes that rely on their auto attacks. In addition to that, now with Benny trying to go for more damage-heavy build, we'll see if he goes into Rune Tap for some extra sustain or if he is just not using that at all. But this could be a super interesting game here, for sure. Obviously, they're playing a lot of melee heroes, and Abathur will help them with damage quite a bit, but the whole idea is just to brawl this out. And the thing when you're playing melee-heavy lineups is, once that you commit to a fight, you are committed. You can't just simply poke from a distance and then decide, like, nah, nope, we're gonna head out here. If you're in the fight, you're in the fight. That's just simply it. So you have to pick your battles. Morenas is taking a bit too much damage right here. There's a swap, and Greymane is all alone. He has no assistance and dies as a result. But they're taking Whitemane down over on the left side too, so that means no sustain any longer for the Saboteurs outside of Abathur, which is honestly not too shabby. So, yeah, they have that. It's going to be a pretty long fight for the first one, I think. Also, the touch of death right now on the side of Malthael. I mean, Malthael will start to adjust a little bit, and as expected, Rune Tap is the talent. Now Dino is getting interrupted on the channel. I expect this fight to last for quite some time. Arthur's with the completion on his level 1, so he gets the reward now, but he's going to try and stack this, of course, as all of it continues. They're going for Shizakid again, trying to get a kill here. Everybody's just brawling it out. Abathur is currently up at the top lane. Zeratul is now slowly moving in, trying to get a couple of kills, as he could come in to just clean house, moving into the backline with Yasuo dying immediately. Whitemane gone, Chen gone, Malthael is dead too. It's a slaughter. Arthur's is dead, and they're trying for Dino as well, and he's not gonna make it. Dino is gonna die, and he can't take anybody with him. They get the kills, 5 kills to 3 now. Well played, and the chance to also do damage now at the bottom fort with the help of Greymane, with the help of the Siege Giants. It should honestly destroy the entire fort, and they do. 5 kills against 3, looking good over here, and a very nice start into this game. With Shizakid all of a sudden just sitting there saying like, yeah, I'm hearthing back right into vision. So yeah, committing honorable Sudoku over here, just sitting down. I mean, literally just sitting down in the middle of the lane. I was like, where are my math puzzles? Like, what can we do? And like, ugh. So yeah. Level 10 is ready. We get last rites, and ooh, they're going already straight up for the boss here. We have the Might of the Nerazim, and the boss is also getting attacked all the way up at the top. Easy execution, obviously, since they have Greymane, so it's not going to be a problem for them. And Zeratul sniffed it out, tries to delay it. Are they going to try and make a play for both? They are. They push him back. Nice. There's still no level 10 for the Saboteurs. So they were trying to risk it, but they couldn't, since they were interrupted very early, and now they're going for Chen. Hazorps gets attacked, the big fat panda. Where's the barrel when you need it? Keg it out, baby, keg it out. Bishops gets hit hard. Yep, and he's gonna die. Bad timing on that attack. Chen got that talent just at the right moment. And now, of course, they can go for the boss, but they also have to defend the top lane, so that's the big problem here. That boss is going to do a lot of work, and the longer Greymane can stay here and take that fort down together with the boss and the minion wave, the better for them. Mule only works if the structure survives, and this one is going to get destroyed 100%. So Greymane already piecing out, and the boss can do some work on the gate as well. 2 tributes in favor of Team Ash, so they got that too. We have 5 kills to 5. It's a really cool game again. But there is definitely a huge advantage when it comes to just structural damage for Team Ash. They're doing just so much better on those. Greymane is part of the reason why. 14,000 damage now also for Abathur. Obviously, these are very, very melee-heavy combos that are getting played by the two teams. There's a bit of poke happening from Malthael that now takes over on the main damage. And since they take their camps, this boss is still up. So this is still a potential pick that could be used after the next team fight. But I would assume that the tribute that we're getting now is going to end up in the hands of the Saboteurs. The position is just a bit too good for them. Close to the fountain at the top. Actually, they might be willing to invade here. Oh, it's a trap. It's a big one at that. But yeah, everybody moved back with the exception of Arthur's. Bishops comes in, gets a quick stun, can hop out again, and dodges the swap. But here comes Mal'Ganis, straight up against Bad Benny. Mal'Ganis in the thick of things. Yep, they're trying for the kill here. A couple of cleaves would be good. They're already moving in for exactly that. Ult being used by Whitemane, and Malthael is dead. Never even used his ult. Everybody is just like, oh my god, in a corner. Help! Team, they're actually getting all away. What just happened there? Excuse me? Zeratul jumps out, Karazim after him, and Mal'Ganis just said like, yeah, time to put these guys to sleep. Look at this escape. It looked like all of them would die. It honestly looked like all of them would just simply die in that spot. And then everybody just moved out and was like, yeah, not today. We died this dying thing and it's honestly not for us. It's really, we tried it, it's not cool. Now they take Whitemane down. Arthur's died as well. Red team is again rolling them. Just absolutely bodying them, opening up an opportunity to go for the boss at the bottom of the map, which they are, of course, immediately trying to use. Chen has a keg. So Chen can keg it up a little bit, but he can only do it if he's alive. And he's dead now. No, Malthael isn't here. Malthael isn't here for the last rides. I actually thought that he would be. But no, he will have to join though if they want to have a chance to take that boss 100%. And yes, they're claiming this as well. So Team Ash is just doing fantastic. They're doing a great job controlling this as best as they can. Getting not only the top boss, but also taking the one down at the bottom of the map. They have destroyed 2 forts already. They're ahead in kills. Not by much, but again, still counts. And they are doing just very well overall. The wall in the middle has been destroyed. They're going for Bad Benny again. Bad Benny turns into Dead Benny. And they can take another fort out. Structurally, it's a mad advantage. And let's not forget that that boss is still at the bot lane. Nobody's dealing with it right now. Nobody. And there's Whitemane getting killed again. Team Ash is absolutely crushing the Saboteurs. They're making them look like a quick match team right now. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. These are the Saboteurs that we're talking about, guys. This is Hazorps, Dainu, Bad Benny, Yazu. I mean, honestly, it's crazy. Rutsu over here with Abathur is doing his best to assist them, and there's just another fort that gets destroyed. The blue team is also cursed as the last tribute got picked up. Karazim is even going for damage, and the keep at the bottom of the map is going to fall. Way of 100 fists as they're going in, looking for more kills. Morenas is about to fall, but he jumps out, and the core is even going to get attacked. They might be able to end the game if they're getting more kills here, and they're looking for exactly that. Greymane is going to get killed, but he gets a kill himself. No, Greymane is gone. Whitemane is gone. The core is losing its shield. Chen is dead again. What is happening? This is ridiculous. We're 10 minutes in. Greymane is gone, or they would go for core, but now that they take them all down, they can go for it. Of course, there's Abathur, and he can mule it up, but for that to happen, they have to save it first, and they're not going to be able to do it. This is game. This is a lead for Team Ash. They come in and they wreck the Saboteurs to get a lead in this best of 5 series in the losers bracket final. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. GG. Well guys, it's match point. We have Dragonshire as our 4th map, which means that 52 heroes are now unavailable. 22 heroes pre-banned, banned for the entirety of the playoffs. And in addition to that, obviously the 30 heroes that have been banned cannot be played again. Now, this is an opportunity for Team Ash to make it into the grand final. that would put the Saboteurs into the 3rd place of this tournament, and Team Ash would at least be 2nd place. If we're getting there, that's a very different question. The Saboteurs obviously have to win 2 in a row now if they want to be the ones to go up to the grand final and face off against the Akatsuki again. But yep, it's gonna be wild. I have to admit that Team Ash is just crushing it. That last game was a statement. They looked fantastic. And I guess the Saboteurs just overplayed the hand a little bit when they went for this all melee comp. Now we're going into another macro-heavy map, so it stands to reason that yes, the Vikings are being banned out again. But a lot of the front line is now gone. Falsa gets banned right away. A lot of the frontline heroes are, yeah, out already. So we'll see what the teams are picking here. But since there are so many heroes banned, this is where it becomes more and more interesting right now what the teams are going to pull off. So let's see what kind of composition they are both going for. I'm specifically now looking also to Dino a little bit. Banning Zarya makes so much sense to me here. We talked about Rutsu and how strong he is on this hero a lot of times. There's multiple comps that he can now play where Zarya would play a big role. Just the general sustain that she offers in that situation is big. Now this is Dragonshire, and this is a map where we've seen also Cho'Gall a couple of times. So there is a chance that we're going to get Cho'Gall here as well. And I believe Tychus is still available. Karazim has been played, Leo has been played, I would think, and Malthael has been played too. So the options, and Greymir of course as well. So the options against Cho'Gall are a lot worse than before. But they go Imperius and Phoenix, alright. I would have not been surprised whatsoever to see a Cho'Gall pick right there. But hasn't happened, and given the picks that we now have, it becomes also a bit less likely, I'd say. So, what are we getting from the blue team? What are they going to... They go for Cho'Gall! Yeah, well, there it is. I expected it to be taken in the 1-2 for Team Ash, but they didn't take the chance, and now we have it claimed very quickly by the Saboteurs, which should also result in Tychus being banned. Phoenix Imperius, that's the opening for Team Ash. They were cool with it apparently. So it is Cho'Gall time once again. This time the Saboteurs. Oriel gets banned as a result. Obviously trying to deny a couple of the combos. But let's go. Let's see what we're getting from Team Ash to counter this. I mean, they must have been at least aware that this is a possibility. If we are sitting here thinking, okay, the red team is going to claim it, then, or the blue team, if we are already like looking at what's available and then immediately come to that conclusion, they must have had the same thought. So how are they reacting to it now? The ban is hitting Zul. Zul for rotation, so there can't be as much pressure on those lanes, which means that Tychus is, I believe, still open. I don't think he was taken. Was Tychus played? No, Tychus was not played. So Tychus is still up, but they go Zagara instead. Zagara and Ana. Tychus is crying in the corner somewhere. Tychus is just crying in the corner and he's just like, nobody loves me. Guys, there's 52 heroes banned and nobody gives a shit about Tychus. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Even against Cho'Gall, Tychus is just like, yeah, nobody loves him. So, double pick, final 2 for the blue team. Morales is up and gets chosen, and we get Orphea for Dino. Alright, there we go. With Zagara and Phoenix, what is Shizakit now going to take? The final pick, we expect a melee hero, of course, here. And, yeah, let's find out what they're doing. Team Ash, they have a match point. They have a big opportunity. Can they use it? So, right now, our final pick coming into play, and it's Murky! It's a melee hero! Oh yeah, baby!
Hail to the king, baby.
Give me that Octograb. Octograb Cho'Gall. Murky and Phoenix! It's gonna be Octograb! Brrr. Ah, it's gonna be great. Game number 4, everybody. Let's go! Game number 4. It's match point and it's getting wild. On the left side, the Saboteurs with Rutsu on Gal and Bad Benny on Cho. Shogal is in the house, healed by Morales, played by Azu. We have Dino on Ophia and Azuops on ETC. To the right side of the map, this is where it gets real crazy. This is where we have Renella on Ana. Bishops is playing Imperius for Team Ash. And then Lopaka on Murky, Shizakid on Zagara, and Morenas on Phoenix. We're gonna get it, finally. Octograb into Planet Cracker. So, Phoenix is gonna go and it's gonna try and take him out. We're gonna try and take Morales out, take Cho'Gall out, but yes, it's gonna be it's gonna be a wild game. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, and Zagara down at the bottom of the map. Oh, nearly getting killed there. Barely saved. Dino is... I mean, Dino alone on Ophia is already tough. Tough to beat. Murky is already starting to backdoor a little bit. Backdoors the proxies the wave here. And that puts a lot of pressure onto the top lane, of course, and ETC doesn't like that whatsoever. So they're also going 2v1 here. One of the problems that you have with Cho'Gall when you're playing him on Dragonshire is that it makes it so much harder to control both of the shrines and also the objective, the statue, because you're only using 4 bodies on the map instead of 5. So it's like much harder to properly coordinate this. He can still be insanely dangerous on any lane where you put him to, but again, it matters if your opponent is just trying to rotate around you a whole lot, so you gotta be careful with that. Now, the camps are already being claimed here. We have ETC at the top fighting this out a little bit. Parts of the wall have already been destroyed here. Again, Murky applying a lot of pressure with this, of course. Has the wave cleared to boot that he's currently using as well. When it comes to Cho'Gall, we got the consuming fire on level 1, and we see you. And we see you too. But, yeah, at the bot lane, that's where Zagara is now attempting just to set things up. And they have a lot of push power. Zagara, of course, just being one of them. Once that level 16 is in, she's also going to start threatening Cho'Gall more and more and more. As at the top lane, they are playing against this camp. And, well, with Ophia just slapping, Morenas is in dire straits. Might die here. The same is also true for ETC, though. Nice juke. Really good juke from Morenas. Damn, son. And Hazu gets slapped by the fish. Hazu! ETC! And we get a Dragonite on top of it too. Bishops is even able to get away. No! Gets killed by Morales to add insult to injury. Getting killed by Morales. Murky gets slapped. Cho'Gall got punted down to the bot lane again as he was trying to come to the middle to deal with this. But this is a lot of damage done with an early Dragonite. Zagara helping them out as well. So, well, they are getting... I actually expect them to go for the fort here for just a second. So yeah, just getting the Dragon's Breath out is already big. Another ass kicking for Cho'Gall, as you can see. And at the top, they're still chasing. So that's a lot of damage against the fort. Obviously, you can't get it destroyed completely. It's way too early in the game. That Dragonite is not that strong yet. As long as Ana is able to get away, they're going to be Gucci. But damn. Yep, another kick. Right onto Zagara, by the way. Imagine being Zagara and all of a sudden Cho'Gall just flies on top of you and you're like, what is happening? And definitely not a good feeling. Still getting the camps over here, at least trying to. Murky gets killed again, but that's okay. He's gonna... I Murk, I die, I Murk again. Murky's motto still holds true. So, well... we have a good start for Team Ash. They've been doing a lot of structural damage. They've really been annoying them. Now they're even stealing Siege Giants away. So this early game is great for them. Now with Cho'Gall, obviously, it's always that he is scaling insanely well into the mid and the late game. He gets a lot more survivability and he can really bring the pain there. But just generally, one of the things to consider is that Zagara is later on going to be able to do a lot of damage against him. Hazuabs at the top is now in trouble and will be killed. And since they are starting to roam and be that aggressive, they are going to attempt to take more of these structures out. And this is where Cho'Gall can really have a problem. Meeting rotations isn't really his forte. So, yeah, you can definitely out-rotate him a bit, do structural damage. It gets a lot harder once that the forts are gone because you have to commit way deeper into enemy territory if you're trying to do that. But, yep. Dino is chomping away at the pufferfish. And Morenas is likely going to get murdered here, unless he has a warp, and it doesn't look like it. They were hoping for a counter kill, I guess, but that's Phoenix dying again. But since Cho'Gall also moved all the way to the top, they got kills, but they're also giving up the bot lane control again. So Cho'Gall is now moving in, but this means that the wall is destroyed. Shiza Kid knows what's happening and gets out. Yeah, gets away, is able to escape here. Good for them. And another Siege Giant camp already en route. So it's 2 kills against 2. We have at the top lane ETC dealing with it as best as he can with the level 7 talents that we just got a second ago. We're also now looking at the Augur Rampage, and we got Firestarter in. Cho'Gall is trying to, not only Cho'Gall, but the entire blue team is trying to deny them another Dragon Knight. Camp at the bottom of the map. They know about the attempt here. Sleep Dart is in, but of course they don't have the resources right now to contest this, so they have to deal with the mercenary camp instead. But Murky is coming in and is starting to slap things, so level 10 is ready, and that gives us, of course, the Planet Cracker setup. Brrr. Way too late. Way too late. We're gonna call that out. Morenas. Nope. You gotta react faster, my friend. Murky, you know, he was believing in you. He was willing to sacrifice himself for the kill. And then you just cracked it up way too late. So, later, it was a bit of a warning shot. Later on, we're gonna get a lot more of this. So this one was not really coordinated well. But they can try again in roughly 70 seconds. There's a lot of damage on that fort, by the way. Hazu is now dealing with it, but still. They can also do that very nicely against Morales later. Oh, Dino getting interrupted. Murky doesn't care. The longer you chase Murky, the better for Murky. Murky loves when you chase him. He's just like, yeah, chase me all day, waste your time. That's great, that's fantastic. Morena's now going up against Hazu, and there's the chance to go for another Dragon Knight. Yeah, ETC jumping into the middle. Ana with the Sleep Dart could have been dangerous for her if that power slide comes in. But since ETC moved away from the lane... Ooh, the egg is gone. Cho'Gall gets mauled. They try to go for Zagara. Gets healed. And this is way too much. Way too many abilities that they're willing to sacrifice for her. Murky put the egg up again, but Phoenix is now up at the top doing his thing. They're getting ETC into range here of the towers. And, well, there's the Octo Grab. But Phoenix didn't have his ult ready. So that was a bit of a wasted Octo Grab. Now he's going to get that cooldown back soon. But Cho'Gall is dead and they kill Morales. So I guess at the end of the day it all worked out for them. They got way more kills than expected. Not really the Phoenix combo that everybody was looking for. But the kills came regardless. Now we have level 12, nearly 13. They're getting another Dragon Knight and they're going for the camp. So they get the whole shebang here. Forts are getting destroyed, and it is just rough. Yep, there we go. Take down that fort. They haven't gotten the Dragon Knight yet, though. Murky's gonna get it. Ah! Nope, maybe. At some point, guys, you gotta channel it. Little Murky... full on going for the slaughter. And over here, yeah, Zagara might actually... Ooh, nice maul. Zagara's not gonna die, or is she? Yeah, she's gonna get slapped by Dino a little bit. Yeah, still alive. Alive way longer than she should be, but is dying at the end of the day. Now, the problem is, once again, with them using all of their resources at the bottom of the map, the Bridge of Death at the top is getting completely owned by Morenas. There's the and the dead Morales as a result. Morales gets caught and killed, and while this fight is going on, ETC is trying to deal with the top lane and might eventually force Phoenix back, but obviously they're still losing a lot of ground there. Nice move with the ult from Cho'Gall, and they get Imperious. Murky is pushing the middle of the map, while Harzops is trying to fend the top. So yeah, the attacks are coming all over the place right now, and structurally the blue team is falling far and far behind. This is getting problematic for the Saboteurs. Again, they were really hoping to probably crush through this fairly quickly. And now instead, they are in danger of losing this map. And if they do, then it's all over for them. They would take 3rd place in the tournament. And that would be a bit of a disappointment. That would be a huge upset. But they're starting to gain some ground here, thanks to the kills that they get against Phoenix. So it's 8 kills to 7. Still a bit behind in experience. Murky is back to business and is immediately moving towards the top again. That's a very, very aggressive positioning on that egg, by the way. But they're starting to invade. So the Saboteurs are trying to take map control. They're trying to be a little bit more aggressive. They're trying to do their thing. Phoenix is dead. He has his ult back up in 20 seconds. So then technically you can still... Octo grab without... Ah, Imperius is coming in. Alright. For a moment I was just like, wow. Without Phoenix ult, they're going for an Octo grab. And yeah, Imperius coming in. That makes a lot more sense now. Ult gets interrupted though. And Imperius is trying to get away here. Gets the pew pew pew. But the nano boosted Shogal overshooting a bit here. Renella is trying to get away and is able to escape as they completely overshoot this. The Maw is out to save the day. Morales gets killed in the back. And now we have the corrosive saliva. And that is going to be a massive disaster for Shogal. The damage is in. Shogal is gone. Not only Ophia, but also Morales died in that encounter. And they are getting farmed here. 11 kills, 2-8. Level 16 is up. And guess what? It's time for another Dragonite, which would be the third one for their team. Shogal is having massive problems now. And so do the Saboteurs. Camps are taken again. The Dragonite is in play. Zagara has already started to do damage down at the bottom of the map. And now, of course, with her level 16, she is going to send one Hydra after another after Shogal in an attempt to just take him down early, chunk those hit points away, and it's going to get so much worse with the level 20 talents on these heroes. The last fort is gone. They haven't even... I mean, they have barely scratched the one at the top. They haven't destroyed a single one yet. It's 16 versus 16 at least right now. But this is starting to get nasty. They have to turn this around. They need to make a play. They go for Bishops. They try to get the kill here. Bishops is attempting to jump out. Still gets some heals. Will die though and is getting murdered. But while he gets killed, guess what? It's the good old play. The same situation that we had previously. All the way up at the top. Murky is getting damage in against the keep. So yes, catapults are already doing work over here. Murky is slowly getting back out, but they killed the egg. Murky, and the heal on Morales. That would have likely worked out for them, if not for that. But yeah, they're still trying to chase here. No ults are available anymore, so they're going to be able to get out. Good job by Morales to keep the target alive. Ophia still making it, and now Morenas, I guess, gets killed again. Zagara, even with the Maw, that's not gonna happen. So yes, Zagara, she survives? Ana! Damn! Ana is gonna die. But as long as Zagara survives, it's fine. And they killed Shogal. What the hell are these trades? Team Ash. Renella is such a monster. He had so many good games on a support, but right now he saved Zagara, died for her, and then Shizakid was able to get the kill. Renella is insane. Renella is incredible. Honestly, he really stands out for this team. And this is quite the compliment, considering that we have seen Bishops with insane plays throughout this entire tournament, over and over again. Now we're also getting the glory that is Lopaka's Murky. And it's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. But well, here we go. We have the next attack coming. Octo grab, no brrr, but we're still getting some attacks in. And here comes Zagara. They're nearly on level 20, and Morales is gone. Morales is dead. Phoenix lives, but the ult! Oh, the kill! The double kill! Trouble, make it double. Shogal is back in their house. They were a little bit too greedy. They didn't wait for level 20, and now they lose that fight big time. Yeah, they lost 3 heroes here. The only good news is all those siege giants at the bottom of the map, they're gonna break the wall. But, yeah. Some are already harthing back. I think if they would have just waited for level 20 talents and not forced that fight, this would have gone so much better for them. That would have been incredible. But this is a bit of a ticket back into the game. So, Murky is able to get out. Went for the big tuna kahuna. And we got the pack instinct. So, big damage for Zagara now. Also, just to note this real quickly, when we're talking Zagara about her damage, she's at 30,000 now. She was, I believe, on roughly 13,000 just a few seconds ago, or a minute or two. So, her Shogal damage has boosted her stats by a huge margin. But this is a Dragon Knight now for the Saboteurs, and honestly, Team Ash feeding into some of these fights, as they oftentimes do, is not really helping their cause. I'm not quite sure if somebody can interrupt here, but it doesn't look like it, so Dragon Knight is indeed taken. But Zagara should be able to do a lot about this. She is going to be the first one to be punted away, on the other hand. There's level 20 right now. Yep, Hydras are in. There's the punt as expected, but also the Dragon Knight is really in the middle of things instantly and gets attacked. Camp gets stolen, so... yeah, this is the big chance, the big opportunity for the Saboteurs to bring it back. Ult, not successful. Here comes ETC. Oops. Get the Twilight Frenzy and the Hour of Twilight, by the way. Just that death timer decrease in and of itself is obviously fantastic. They're most likely going to take all the forts out. So all of the work that has been done previously by Team Ash to get the structural advantage is kind of gone now. It's pretty much gone. So, yeah, they did it to themselves. Trying to go for the Dragon Knight here. Okay, Imperia's getting kicked away. But they are still trying to go for some added damage down there. This one, yeah, I think this fort they barely are able to hold on to, thanks to the minion wave and the catapult that's just now coming in. Murky then again, taking those waves down pretty easily and creating additional lane pressure. Already on his way back up to the top, where eventually that keep should fall, I suppose. The level 4 talent has, by the way, not been completed by Murky yet. So he's not done with it yet. Neither has Zagara completed her level 7. So the slime time is not over yet. Still waiting for that. And we have over here also the bile drop that isn't done with yet. I mean, the same is true at the end of the day also for Fia when we're talking about her. Her level 7 hasn't been completed, so we're still waiting for a reward. There's still some things that can be done to boost the players. Big push at the bottom of the map. Apparently they're not trying to play the opponent's game, but Hazu has now retreated. He needs to deal with this, and he will. But there's still a chance to get some extra damage in. Slide is already out, alright. We're going to get a bit more damage on that keep. There's one puffer fish. He's trying to make sure that it's not going to get destroyed too. So, yeah, Murky is still annoying them. ETC can always jump back down to the bottom of the map, but now both of the teams are going for a keep, and the Saboteurs have really nice poke here. Brrrr, and Hazu still alive. Trying to poke him down. This keep is going to be lost. The keep is going to be lost. They might not be able to get the kill, but the keep is gone. The problem is that the Imperius down at the bottom of the map has also getting demolished. So, one keep destroyed. Murky can now help out here. Zagara still with their... Zagara is taking over top damage for the team. But they're likely going to lose this fort now as well, or this keep. So, yeah, this one is going to get crushed. So still, dead even on this. Dead even on the keeps, and only one team has a real global, and that is ETC. I can't believe they're actually sieging up on this. They're actually going for a proper siege here already. ETC is going to jump in. Yep, there he is. And is he going to get the kill? Zagara is the big threat. They want to kill her, and they do! And that's a chance to end the game. Guys, we might go to game number 5 after all. Hazu is in trouble here. Hazu! Octocrab! It's not enough. They don't have the damage, and the core is falling. It is a 5-mapper. The Saboteurs are not done with this series yet. We are going to game number 5. Team Ash defeated on Dragonshire. GG. Well played. Infernal Shrines, map number 5. We are going the distance. The Saboteurs against Team Ash. It didn't look good for the Saboteurs. It definitely didn't. So Team Ash came in and took the early and the mid game by storm. And, well, now we're heading into the 5th map after all, because the Saboteurs just didn't let go. They always came in and were starting to push back, get some kills, sieged up at the bot lane. And I guess at the end of the day, you can also say that it all started with Team Ash again overcommitting into a fight that they didn't have to commit to at the top left bridge. So, yeah, bit unfortunate for them. But they did a great job the entire time. It worked for a long time, so we'll see if now on the 5th map they can go the way. But since we're having supports already banned out here, I would expect that this is going to be a game without any supports. You can really start to screw the other team if you're starting to ban supports out, in particular in the case of Team Ash, obviously, since they are first pick. we will likely have a situation like that. You can have a bit of a gentleman's agreement in game number 5 and then everybody still gets a healer, or you can just like say, alright, we're going ham on it. Keep Zarya in mind though. Zarya is also another problem. And yep, there comes the Alex Raza ban. Saboteurs can now also ban one out. I suppose if Falstad gets banned instead, damn. They are banning Falstad. I mean, Lily is still up, Malfurion is up too, so Malf gets taken. Team Ashe is forcing the hand of the Saboteurs when it comes to their healer. There is also the Zarya factor. That's a bit of a problem. Because Rutsu can now take Zarya in game number 4, and this is a pretty decent map for her as well. Much better than others. I would say they're locking her in now. I mean, if not now, then she's likely going to get banned. Obviously you have to go for Lily. They have no choice there. They have to go for Lily, or Lily gets banned too, and then they have no healer whatsoever. So, yeah. Lily against Malfurion. We get the Panda again. And now, what is Team Ashe gonna do here? Game 5 is always crazy. It's always bonkers. So, there's D.Va, and we get Gul'dan. That's a strong choice for them. Really strong choice. Now again, the heroes that haven't been played yet in the playoffs is Probius, Valera. Who am I missing? I'm missing one. Probius, Valera, and someone else. Ah, Murky, and Murky was played in the previous match, okay. Yeah, but there's obviously still a couple of others. Player killer number 1 is still in the game. You could go full Nova, Butcher. Ragnaros gets now banned. Yeah, but definitely in game number 5. We're definitely in game number 5. So, yeah, only 2 heroes have not been played at all. Only 2 in the playoffs. It's kind of wild. What are they banning? Come on, boys. What are they going to get rid of here? The Lily Zul. Zul as a main tank. That's actually scary. It's really scary. He has a lot of sustain. Here comes the Zarya ban. I mean, we talked about this the entire time. I think if Zarya isn't banned here, blue team takes her. 100%. But obviously they still also need some damage. Gul'dan is a really good choice for Team Ashe, I have to say. That he's still available is great for them. Horrify alone can be amazing. Yeah, getting the damage connected with him. Jimmy is still up, by the way. Suljin is up, so there's still damage healers. Tychus, he finally gets a little bit of love. And we get Tassadar. Tychus and Tassadar. They're going full Protoss on the damage. It's still amazing to me that Tychus... I mean, we're looking at 62 banned heroes. 62. And then they're like, okay, let's go for Tychus. Let's finally play him here. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. The final double pick. Again, it's the last map. The last map, the winner goes to the grand final. The loser takes 3rd place in the tournament. Fresh meat. The Butcher is in the house. And so is Alarak. Alright. Gul'dan, the only range damage. Main tank Butcher right there. Bishops is gonna play him. Alright, let's go, boys. Meat. Tassadar is in for some pretty decent walls, the AoE, and here comes Deathwing. Infernal Shrines, the final map, everybody. Let's go. It is Team Ashe against the Saboteurs. Game number 5, the final map in this series, the losers bracket final, and boy oh boy do we have a draft. On the left side, Hazorbs playing Deathwing for the Saboteurs. We get Yasuo and Lily, Dino and Tassadar, Rutsu with Tychus, and Bad Benny on the main tank Azul. On the other hand, Team Ashe with Renella playing Malfurion. We got Bishops with the Butcher. Lopaka playing Alarak, Morenas and Gul'dan. And Shizakate is playing D.Va. Good stuff. Let's go. Give me all that meat. Meat. So much meat. Tassadar, obviously. Dino is playing him here. And we'll see what he can do with that. Yeah, they can section off parts of the opponent's team here. Butcher is already sitting at the side here. Would love to, of course, capitalize on some kills and get those extra 20 meat stacks, but if not, then he will have to focus on those minion stacks. Already trying to charge in, and the first walls are being put up real quickly. But down to the bottom. Also, stacking, by the way. We're having on level 1 the extended lightning, and we're going to see the negatively charged for Alarak, so they're all trying to stack as hard as they can. Obviously, supports were the premium here towards the end. Butcher already with a couple of hits. Malfurion with the first heal, and that is first blood. No, yes! There we go. Vegan Butcher confirmed. But it allows Gul'dan to get tons and tons of damage out. They're not able to get a kill, as it seems. Well, maybe? Nah, not quite. But boy, are they low. Boy, are they low. I mean, for the Butcher, it doesn't really matter too much. If you die early on when you don't have any stacks anyways, it's like, yeah, whatever. But as the game continues, obviously, this is gonna hurt a lot more. So, Morenas is starting to move in. They want to go for the camp here. Nice combo. Camp has already been taken. Butcher could go for some meat. Alarak gets killed. And the wall! Dino! He's so low, but they get Bad Benny. They nearly got another kill there, but that is 20 stacks now. So they traded Alarak for Zul, but the Butcher is, of course, benefiting extra because he is getting only the best cuts over here. 25 stacks for him now, and we'll see how far he can go as the game continues. At the top, we already have Hazob's barbecuing the wall. Tacita has now gone for the electric fence. And in the meantime, the Butcher is sitting here in the middle and just chomping away at the minion waves. Level 4 talents, that's where the negatively charged now comes in, and we're getting the unrelenting pursuit as he's starting to chomp it out. Also, we're getting a lot of stacks for Tychus because he's sitting with level 4 on In the Rhythm. He's also playing for the dings here. Obviously, you can't really charge hard. I mean, you can charge him, you are going to do damage, but you're just not going to be able to stun Deathwing. Deathwing is unimpressed. He's not stunned by anything. Yeah, even if you have the most stunning performance, Deathwing, he will stay unimpressed throughout all of it. We got the safety sprint for our little adventurer, Lily, and, well, in the meantime, the first objective is up. With Butcher, again, you never really want to go too aggressive, so it's kind of funny to see him in the hands of Team Ash, because if there's one thing that they are known for, then it is their unrelenting aggression and them just completely going bonkers on the opponent's team. Bishops is playing this one rather safe, rotates towards the middle. They still have at the top lane a 4 versus 4 going on, where D.Va has started to take control of the shrine itself. But it's all about level 7 now in the middle and the bot lane, and this is really where the Saboteurs are a bit ahead. Butcher can't do too much here, especially against this rotation, and they are breaking through those walls already. And it always forces Gul'dan then to react to this. He's also trying, of course, to stack his level 1, which he's currently doing against Deathwing. Oh, Lopaka! And he is getting away from them. I got a couple of stats together. They're buying still time for D.Va, who is at 23 stacks now, but since they don't have a level 7 talent, they will have to yield the position in a moment. Butcher still getting stacks down at the bottom of the map and also experience for the team to grant them level 7. And there's the wall. Tacita is doing his thing. But they're not going for the objective. They're not going to win this. The Punisher's going to be taken. Now, they traded well. They were, of course, able to get damage in the middle. The wall is destroyed here. They're pulling ahead in experience, but the Mortar Punisher is already claimed. Butcher still at 61 stacks. I mean, you still want to get some kills in. And Butcher's very annoyed by this. Oh, the walls are amazing.
It's a beautiful wall. It stops him from getting stacks. And then they're making the Zerg pay for it. Tacita, he's the best wall maker. Everybody knows it. And we got him here. We got him. Nobody else could get him. But we got him. And he's stopping the Butcher. It's amazing. Everybody says so.
Yeah, and here's another wall already. I mean, those walls are absolutely stellar and they lead to a kill. So Alarak is gone. And down at the bottom of the map, we are still having D.Va getting some experience for them. But I mean, again, at the end of the day, they're catching up in XP. So they're looking all right there. The Butcher is by now going for the camp together with D.Va. He's still at 68 stacks. There's nothing really to write home about. but they're getting there slowly. The problem is that Bishops is just going to play a very passive game as all of this continues. He needs to slowly start getting to those stacks. Until then, he's the prime target, and exactly this is the problem. Exactly this right here. If he's able to get out of this, that would be great, but look at Tassadar coming in with the ult. There's no heroic abilities for Team Ash, so getting caught like this with a very aggressive rotation is just not necessary. It's really a problem. What they needed to do there was just send the Butcher around the side on a safer path, but them neglecting to do that allowed the kill. Now that means that some of the stacks are gone, and with this big of a lead in the experience, the blue team is obviously just taking over here. So Alarak, he's attempting to stack, he gets more points for the negatively charged here. And in the meantime, they're moving through the middle. The Saboteurs are just trying to capitalize on that talent advantage as much as they can. They get a kill on D.Va. They're getting damage in on those forts. Butcher is still desperately trying to get to a decent point with his stacks, but he's nowhere near completion. He's still missing 150. So, yeah. Lopaka's getting attacked too, but they can't stop him too much. And firing away here, level 10 on both sides. Maybe now? Yes! Now they can go for a kill with a lamb to the slaughter. And that's another 20 stacks for the Butcher. So finally we're talking. And this is honestly where they're getting a real big power spike just from the fact that Renella now has Tranquility. Because that is a massive heal, and that's an advantage for them. These fucking walls, if I'm Bishops, I am so pissed right now. Every time he's trying to get a Tassadar kill, Dino just sits here with his stupid wall, and the Butcher runs straight into it. It would be amazing if there was a special animation, because he has taken Electric Fence on level 4. Imagine if there's a special animation that every time somebody runs into it, they're getting shocked. And there's a shock animation. The Butcher would just be lighting up all game long. So yeah, those walls are absolutely amazing. Nobody's gonna get through those. Doesn't matter if you bring a ladder or not, but yep, those walls will stop everyone. Half a level until 13 for them. We still have the camps getting claimed as the shrine is about to activate, so each team with their own shaman camp. Damage output, nothing really insane just yet. I mean, 7 kills, yes, but 22,000 for Tassadar, 24,000 for Gul'dan. He's obviously going to be top damage on their side for a while. Butcher is not going to excel with his damage output, even when he's able to stack it properly, since most of it is single target. He's not going to get absolutely bananas here. But he can just take targets down so easily later on if he never gets to that point, but time will tell. They're nearly at 100 stacks now. Deathwing is flying back out. Shrine is up. D.Va taking position. Could also, of course, now come in and try and zone them away. But with Odin in play, that's where things get really interesting, since the blue team can now use the transformation to push straight into it, which is exactly what they're doing. The attacks are happening. 15 stacks for Team Ash. Camps are colliding up at the top. Deathwing trying to control the space here too. Forts haven't been destroyed yet, so both of the teams still control fountains in the middle that they can use whenever to just fall back here. Nice zoning from Benny again with the mages. Same is happening from Dainu. And the blue team has not only caught up, but they have, in addition to that, also extended this a bit. Explosion is happening. Rutsu is hit. Yasuo is hit. Butcher could come in too. Ult already from Dainu. They're trying to get the kill. Lopaka gets healed by the Tranquility, and the Butcher is still looking for some targets. 30 to 33 stacks. It's getting insanely close over here. 35 to 35. Lily, lamb to the slaughter against the Panda, and the Arcane Punisher for the Saboteurs. They go for D.Va, try and take her down. Shizakit is... yeah. He's actually still alive, but gets killed by Rutsu eventually. There's no way he gets away from this. So D.Va is done. Butcher is back down at the bottom of the map. He couldn't kill Lily by himself. And the Punisher is moving straight into the middle for the fort. Butcher with a few more stacks down here, sitting at 108. But yeah, it is tough times for the team. And he's gonna get zoned. Yep, that's the problem right there. And he should have gone for Tychus. I don't think he realized that Tychus was coming around the corner. I think vision was just missing. Did he see him? I mean, he should have, honestly. I think Tychus was in vision of the wall and the minions, but maybe not. That way, though, Tassadar just dodged out on the charge. He needs to go for a different target. Dainu is not going to fall for this. He's playing this so carefully. And now we're getting the Saboteurs with another big push as they're going for Gul'dan and take him down too. Gul'dan has already completed his level 1 quest, by the way, so nice job by him. But it doesn't change the fact that it's now 8 kills to 2, more than a 1 level lead. The Butcher is down to 95 stacks and they are just running out of time and space. So that's another fort that gets destroyed. They're going for Lopaka. Wall is up. There's Tranquility. Counter-strike. And he still dies. Ala Rak gets wrecked. And they are losing too much ground here. That last objective was crucial. If they win that fight, get the Punisher and maybe a kill, that would have been a completely different story. And they got close. I mean, they were 1 or 2 minion stacks away from grabbing the Punisher for themselves. But now they're up against the level 16 talent advantage. And the Saboteurs are just raining on the map. Taking everything they want. Painting it blue. Stealing camps. And with only 17 stacks on Alarak, it's not like the red team is going to get a power spike anytime soon. Now, as this game continues, the Saboteurs are not scaling as well as Team Ash. But the Saboteurs are doing it much faster because they're so far ahead in the experience and they're getting all the structures destroyed. So that more than makes up for it, and they're getting the kills here. If that game would be guaranteed to last another half hour, I think eventually Team Ash is going to win it, but they're never going to get that far. So as is, the momentum is just drilling into them. That train is running. Now Gul'dan is gone. They try to get at least a kill over here, and Benny, no way, he gets finally killed. Some meat has been had. Now we have him at 136 stacks. They're still trying it. Look at those walls. I mean, seriously, Dino has to slow down a little bit. Like, this is getting absolutely ridiculous. They're trying to go for Dino again. Meat, more meat, 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 meat. And they kill Deathwing. Deathwing is gone. That's 160 stacks now. And they go for the little panda. And the panda is alive because the Butcher got killed in the process. Oh my god, no! Guys, if he makes that hit and connect, then he's nearly done with his stacking. Oh, check this out. I really didn't think he would die there. Like, he charged in, he charged around it, and then he just charges through the lightning, and the grenade comes, and he's just... Oh, he got completely removed. He's at 146 stacks, though. They have level 16 at least. But, yeah, obviously, it is a bit rough. Enraged is now in. We also get the Lightning Barrage. 24 stacks for Alarak. Situation gets a little bit better. But they need to win a shrine, and I don't know if they really can. So, yeah. At the top, everything's fine. This is really where the big problem is. Can they win a Punisher? Because that's a frozen Punisher, and we're talking keep here. If this is lost, then we're talking keep. So they need to win this fight, and the Butcher just doesn't have the stacks yet. And it's gonna be tough. But he goes for Hazu. Gets some damage in here. Yeah, Tiger's obviously still firing. Lopaka is already a bit low, needs a heal from Malfurion, which he gets, but this is all just stealing time away from them. So, yeah, it's getting problematic here. They gotta pick a target, they gotta go for someone, and they have so far not found anybody. So they're getting at least some of their AoE in. Butcher again, Diva also on the move. Butcher already moving out. Here comes Deathwing, and that Punisher is claimed. They're losing the Punisher, they're retreating with the help of their ults. They're not able to turn it here. So yeah, this fight is lost, and honestly, they're only gonna get this defense. After this, there's level 20 around the corner for the Saboteurs. 93 stacks also for Tychus with his In the Rhythm on level 4, which is huge as well. So yeah, this is getting more and more tricky by the minute. Interestingly enough, it seems that the Saboteurs are letting this one go. They're just saying, we're so close to level 20, we're so far ahead, we know they're gonna force a fight here, so why go for it? Let's just give them that. We get level 20, and then we can play around 20. So they seem to be okay with that. Over in the middle, yeah. I mean, if at any point Dino gets actually hit by a Lamb to the Slaughter, or by a Slaughterhouse later, if we're getting to level 20 for Team Ash, that's a very, very different story then. And the Butcher is 30 stacks away from getting his, at least his quest completed, right? And quest completion is gonna be big. The damage, the attack speed is pretty massive once that we're there. And him just endlessly stacking is a huge boon too. He's gonna get it soon, TM, but the problem is simply that they don't have enough time for him to really unleash this. Level 20 is what the red team is really looking for, and I don't think they're gonna get it anytime soon. Now, thankfully for them, no keep has been destroyed yet. Team Ash still has chances here, but yeah. Butcher is now rotating over into the middle, where Benny is already waiting for him. And Bishops, thankfully, is playing this a little bit safer and is just saying, yeah, maybe I shouldn't quite go for that yet. So, Butcher is there. Is at 184 stacks. He's nearly ready for it. Tranquility already getting used, trying to protect D.Va, which didn't quite work. Oh, the walls! These stupid playmaker moves from Dino are ruining them. And honestly, Butcher, they're sacrificing the keep. They're just letting the keep go. Butcher's now moving down to the bottom of the map. They're putting all of their eggs in one basket. They know that they're losing the keep no matter what, so they're trying to get to level 20. They just cannot chase here. If they start chasing, then it's a disaster. Butcher is done. And Lopaka, I have no idea. Like, why? Just why? I really don't know what that was about. So he moves into a shitty spot, gets picked off, killed for no real reason. Butcher is at least done, but they still don't have level 20. So, yeah. One keep gone. They go for the next one here. D.Va has to be careful too. Jesus, the grenade nearly took her down, so that's another keep that they're likely going to get here. Butcher is just starting to fire away a little bit, but as the blue team is sieging up, they're going to grab this. Dino zones them out so perfectly, time and time again. I mean, look at Tacitus damage. He's at 73,000. Alarak, he's at 28k. Gul'dan is at 50. They don't have level 20. This is their biggest problem. They just do not have Storm Talons. And they're so close, but it means they're losing another keep. They're gonna lose this keep here. Or not. Alright, that's a win. I fully expected the Saboteurs to just make a quick commitment on this. And they didn't. So the keep is still ready, and now they have level 20. This is the only chance they have to start a comeback. The only opportunity. Slaughterhouse is a game changer, if you can hit it. But so far he has not even been able to hit it against Dino alone. So how is he going to hit it against the entire team? And then on top of that, we get the Lunar Shower. We have the Hasty Bargain. Haunt is in. So, yeah. This is actually good that they get the camp at the top lane, so that helps them with defense a bit. But this is the last fight that they're going to get. This fight could decide the game. Could decide the series. Could decide who takes third place in this tournament and who moves on to the grand final to face off against the Akatsuki. The Akatsuki are waiting. Camps on the map. Bottom keep is going to be in trouble. Mid keep too. Likely going to fall, but they know it's all about the team fight right now. It's all about the big battle. Big red button already used. Butcher is trying to attack them from behind. Not sure if they see him. Dino, can he charge on a short distance? He's not even trying. He's coming in, just saying hello. Charging on Hazu, good damage, but immediately feared away into a wall. Bishops gets attacked, and he goes for the Slaughterhouse. Tries to chop away in them, cannot. Gul'dan is leeching, but he's still dead. They go for Deathwing again. Hazu is escaping, and those walls are everywhere. Dino is turning this map into a maze. They're running from one wall into another. Malfurion is dead. Bishops is again zoned away from his target and gets killed. The core already under attack as catapults and minions plus camps are starting to attack it. And they are losing everything right now. Lily in a one-on-one against D.Va, but she gets murdered. Alarak with a few more hits, but that is it. 5-man team wipe. And what looked like for such a long time like a victory for Team Ash in this best of 5 series is now turned again as the Saboteurs win 2 games in a row and claim victory. Team Ash takes 3rd place in Meta Madness number 8, and the Saboteurs move on to the grand final for a rematch against the Akatsuki. GG.